The Great Wall of China is more than just a wall. It is a symbol of the perseverance, strength, and ambition of a civilization that has withstood the test of time. The Great Wall of China, a name that evokes awe and admiration, is one of the most famous man-made structures in the world. Stretching across the vast, rugged landscapes of northern China, it symbolizes the endurance, ingenuity, and ambition of the Chinese civilization. While the Great Wall is often associated with the Qin Dynasty and Emperor Qin Shi Huang, its construction spanned multiple dynasties over many centuries, with the most significant work occurring between the 3rd century BCE and the 17th century CE. The origins of the Great Wall trace back to the early periods of Chinese history, particularly to the time of the Warring States, 475–221 BCE. During this time, China was divided into several competing kingdoms, each vying for dominance. These kingdoms constructed walls to protect their territories from nomadic tribes and invaders, especially the Xiongnu, who lived to the north and posed a constant threat. These early walls were not as grand or uniform as the Great Wall we know today, but they were an essential part of the defense systems. The initial concept of the Great Wall was not a singular, continuous structure, but rather a series of disconnected walls built by different states, including the states of Qi, Yan, and Zhao. These walls were primarily built to defend against the incursions of northern tribes and to consolidate power in an era marked by warfare and political fragmentation. The first emperor of a unified China, Qin Shi Huang, played a pivotal role in the creation of the Great Wall. After the Warring States period ended with his conquest of the other states in 221 BCE, Qin Shi Huang became the first emperor of the Qin Dynasty. Realizing the need for a unified defense system to protect his empire from northern invaders, particularly the Xiongnu, he ordered the construction of a continuous wall. However, the Great Wall of the Qin Dynasty was not the monumental structure we envision today. Instead, it was a series of walls and fortifications connected together by existing structures from the Warring States period. The Qin Wall stretched approximately 5,000 kilometers, 100 miles. Although it was not an uninterrupted wall, it consisted of various materials, including rammed earth, wood, and stone, and it was built by a vast labor force, including soldiers, peasants, and convicts. Qin Shi Huang's motivations for building the Great Wall were both defensive and symbolic. The wall served as a physical barrier to protect against invasions, but it also helped to solidify his control over the newly unified empire. The Great Wall became a symbol of imperial power, the emperor's ability to mobilize resources, and the ambition to defend the Chinese people from external threats. The Qin Wall was not a single, continuous structure, but rather a series of walls that ran from the Bohai Sea in the east to the Gansu Corridor in the west. It was equipped with watchtowers, beacon towers, and fortresses that allowed for efficient communication and coordination. The walls were also guarded by military personnel who were stationed at regular intervals. Though Qin Shi Huang's Great Wall was an impressive feat of engineering, it had significant limitations. The wall was constructed hastily, and its materials were not always durable. In many areas, the wall quickly deteriorated, and the nomadic tribes of the north continued to pose a threat to the empire. After the fall of the Qin Dynasty in 206 BCE, the Han Dynasty rose to power. The Han emperors recognized the importance of defending against northern invaders and extended the Great Wall even further to protect the empire. Under Emperor Wu of Han, the Han Empire made significant military advances, expanding China's territory and pushing the borders of the empire further into the north and west. The Han Dynasty reinforced and expanded the existing walls, particularly in the areas where the Qin Wall had been weakest. They also constructed new sections of the Great Wall, including fortifications along the Hexi Corridor, a strategic route through which invaders from the west could enter China. The Han military strategy involved not just building walls, but also establishing garrisons and military outposts to secure the borders. The Han Dynasty's Great Wall was more robust than its Qin predecessor, with a focus on using materials like brick and stone. The wall also featured more sophisticated designs, including reinforced defensive structures, watchtowers, and signal fires. During the Han Dynasty, the Great Wall became not only a physical barrier, but also a symbol of imperial power and the ability to maintain stability and order in the empire. However, despite these efforts, the northern tribes, including the Xiongnu, continued to challenge the empire's borders. In the long term, the Great Wall did not entirely prevent invasions, but rather slowed them down and helped to create a buffer zone between the Chinese heartland and the nomadic peoples of the north. The Sui Dynasty, 581-618, and Tang Dynasty, 618-907, were marked by relative peace and prosperity, and the need for a continuous defense against northern invaders became less pressing. As a result, much of the Great Wall fell into disrepair. The Sui Dynasty, however, did make some efforts to restore parts of the wall, though it was not a priority. The Tang Dynasty, in particular, did not focus on expanding the Great Wall. Instead, the empire concentrated its military efforts on maintaining control over the western regions, including the Silk Road, and securing the borders against the Turks and other nomadic groups. The wall during this period was not a dominant force in Chinese military strategy, as the empire relied on military campaigns and diplomacy to handle northern threats. Despite the relative peace during the Tang Dynasty, northern invaders, such as the Khitans and the Mongols, continued to challenge Chinese borders, leading to the eventual decline of the Tang Dynasty and the fragmentation of China into smaller states. The Ming Dynasty, 1368-1644, saw the most significant and enduring construction of the Great Wall as it exists today. After the fall of the Yuan Dynasty, which had been ruled by the Mongols, the Ming emperors sought to reassert Chinese control over the northern regions and protect the empire from Mongol raids and invasions. Under the leadership of the Ming emperors, particularly Emperor Yongle, the Great Wall was completely reconstructed and extended to over 13,000 miles, a vast improvement over earlier walls. The Ming Wall was a sophisticated structure built using bricks and stones, which made it much more durable and effective than previous versions. The wall was fortified with watchtowers, signal fires, and garrison posts, and it was equipped with defensive features such as platforms for archers and soldiers. The Ming Dynasty also incorporated more advanced military technology into the design of the Great Wall, including the use of cannons and other artillery. The wall became a vital part of the defense system, designed to prevent Mongol incursions and to monitor trade routes, particularly the Silk Road. The construction of the Ming Wall was a monumental feat of engineering and logistics, involving tens of thousands of workers and soldiers. The construction process was grueling and often dangerous, as workers labored in harsh conditions. Many died during the construction, and their bodies were often buried in the wall itself, giving rise to the myth that the wall is made from human bones. Despite its impressive scale and fortifications, the Great Wall of the Ming Dynasty was not invincible. While it slowed down invasions and provided a defensive advantage, the wall was unable to completely prevent Mongol and other nomadic invasions. The most significant threat came in the early 17th century when the Manchu people, who were part of the Jurchen tribes to the northeast, overran the Ming defenses and eventually established the Qing Dynasty, 1644-1912. With the rise of the Qing Dynasty, the Great Wall ceased to play a major role in the defense of China. The Manchu, who had originally been outsiders like the Mongols, were able to infiltrate the Great Wall's defenses, leading to the collapse of the Ming Dynasty. The Qing Dynasty, which ruled China for over 250 years, expanded China's borders far beyond the Great Wall, and the wall lost its strategic importance. During the Qing period, the Great Wall fell into disrepair, and parts of it were dismantled for use in other building projects. Over time, much of the wall was abandoned, and it began to crumble due to natural erosion, human activity, and neglect. In the 20th century, the Great Wall gained renewed importance as a cultural and historical symbol of China. After the establishment of the People's Republic of China in 1949, efforts were made to preserve and restore parts of the wall that had been damaged over the centuries. Today, the Great Wall is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most recognized symbols of Chinese heritage. The Great Wall of China remains an enduring monument to the vision and determination of the Chinese people. It is not merely a physical structure, but a symbol of resilience, unity, and the desire to protect one's culture and people. While the wall may no longer serve its original military purpose, it stands as a reminder of China's history, its capacity for innovation, and the lengths to which the country has gone to defend itself from external threats. The Great Wall, stretching across mountains, deserts, and grasslands, is a testament to the ability of human beings to shape the environment around them. It embodies the strategic foresight, military might, and cultural significance of one of the world's oldest and most influential civilizations. The Great Wall of China is more than just a wall. It is a symbol of the perseverance, strength, and ambition of a civilization that has withstood the test of time. From its humble beginnings in the Warring States period to its grand expansion under the Ming Dynasty, the wall tells the story of China's evolution from a fragmented collection of states into a unified empire. Though it no longer serves its original purpose, the Great Wall remains a monument to China's rich history, its efforts to defend itself, and its cultural legacy that continues to inspire people around the world. Thank you for watching Historical Moments. We hope you enjoyed this trip through history. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories from the past. Until next time, keep exploring the moments that changed history.